Ladies and gents, boys and girls, well, it's Monday night, it's 7:30. Welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Boyle Sports, the principal sponsors of Birmingham City Football Club, with M&A French polishers and, of course, our good friends at the Garrison Coffee Company, in association, of course, with Obsessive Blues and all our friends across the globe. Welcome, thrice verily welcome to this last edition of the Tilton Talk Show of November.
It sure is.
We're going to get going. We're going to get straight into it because we've got a win to talk about. We've got other things on the go tonight. We've got share prizes. A myriad of things going on. Okay, so let's welcome the team. First of all, one and only Mr. Alan Watton.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, greetings. A.K.A. Mr. Beard. Mr. Beard from now on. Mr. Beard. And then we've got Mark Adams, Mr. Robe.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're okay.
And, of course, the one and only Mr. Paul Hipkiss, a.k.a. Mr. Sheen.
Good evening, all.
How are you, Paul?
I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm good.
Marvellous, marvellous. And they're, of course, hosted by the one and only Mrs. Browne.
Good evening.
He's mad. Mad as that. And our special guest, well, good evening from me as well, but our special guest this morning is the one and only, what's his name, Chris?
Brian something.
Oh, I don't know. Who have we got?
Darran somebody. Darran somebody,
gosh.
I think it is.
Yeah. Darran Rowbotham. No.
That's the bloke.
Is that him?
Yeah. Hey!
Darran.
Hi, guys. All right?
Yeah, we're in for about an hour and a half of fun, laughter, frivolities, football talk, everything I think you represent in life, to be perfectly honest with you, mate. Because that's what Paul was saying before the show started. Everybody nominates you for being the prankster. So we're going to see what you might have to come up with tonight. And hey, you never know. You never know. So a win for Birmingham City this weekend against Blackpool. Now, first off, before we talk about the win, I want to talk about the numpties, the idiots, the morons. What are you doing? This is our football club. This is our name. This is our heritage, our fathers, our forefathers. Come on. Stop being a bunch of idiots. Stop taking poxy smoke bombs into a football ground and letting them off. They're not nice. It's not right. And again, it's illegal. It's illegal. It's against the law. It's against the law. I hope you get caught, mate. I don't care who you are. I hope you get caught, and I hope you get a lifetime ban. Nick,
it really is. Yeah. It is really only a couple of people. But the only thing
it
escalates. You get those couple of people, and it's everybody. Everybody's branded.
Yeah.
But no, I'll start with Coventry, if I may, away last week. I thought it was a hard-fought 0-0, especially going down to 10 men ridiculously. And the fact that yellow card wasn't, red card wasn't turned into a yellow card is absolutely ridiculous. Now, moving forwards, as long as every game finishes 7-aside, then that'll justify it for me. If they don't, you see tackles like that in every game. How is that a red card, and how is it not been overturned? They've tried to come out and say it was dangerous play. But like I said, you've got to give a red card for every challenge like that from now on if you're going to justify that.
I'll tell you it's not overturned, Paul. It's not overturned because we're Birmingham City and the FL hate us.
Well, you have to wonder. Yeah, you have to wonder, don't you?
No, I don't know. I don't wonder anymore. And I'm not going to say allegedly. I think they've got something against us, mate. I really, really do.
Yeah, I do as well. And even on Saturday, the ref on Saturday again was shocking. But we managed to grind out the result, and I thought we deserved it in the end. I thought first half, Blackpool were better than us, weren't they? First half, to be honest, but second half we really dug deep, and I thought in the end we deserved the win, and we did really well on Saturday, and it was good to see Jordan Graham and Pedersen back as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But I want to give a good shout out as well to Jordan James in midfield. I thought he had a cracking full debut as well.
Yeah.
He did really well, didn't he, in the midfield? Yeah. So
only young as well, isn't he? Is he 17? Is he?
Yeah.
17?
We got some
17,
we've got some good kids coming through, haven't we, in the academy? Some good talent, and to think that they were considering, wrapping it up all together, the academy. So I'm so glad they didn't. Looking at some of the players that were getting coming through, I like the lad Oakley as well. He played well at Coventry. Didn't he?
I was gonna say, Paul Oakley. He for such a big local derby to be thrust in like that, he gave everything to me. Bless him. But like I say, going back to the Coventry game, it was we deserved a draw just for getting bodies on the line and just blocking everything.
Yeah, they should have had a penalty, and so should we. I think. I thought it was worth 3 as well.
I mean, to be fair, obviously, I live in Coventry and work with a load of their fans, and they're all saying fair play to Blues. All right, we didn't offer much going forward, but defensively wise, it was absolutely. They just gave everything.
So did you go to the game, Mark?
I did.
Yeah. Quick question, right?
Yeah.
What was the reception like for the Birmingham City fans? Obviously, because we helped Coventry out tremendously, over the last few years.
Not pretty lukewarm, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty, they didn't really give us, much warmth or anything.
They probably wouldn't be thinking about that, would they? In the 90 minutes they're playing against us, I wouldn't have thought. Probably wouldn't even think about it, would you? But
no.
They're playing well, though, aren't they? To be fair to them, they're having a good season.
Do you know what? Do you know what, Paul? They've got a good manager. They've got a good manager there, and there was talk about him coming to Blues, obviously before we made the change that we did, and they're going to do all right.
Mark Robbins, is it?
Yeah.
Mark Robbins,
Yeah, it's good manager. He seems.
Can I just point out about the penalty at Coventry? When the offence occurred, the corner had not been taken, so the ball was not in play. Yes, it was a foul, but it wasn't a penalty because if you watch the replay again, the two of them are on the floor, and then the ball appears from the corner. So he could have booked him, he could have sent him off, but he did none of those things. But it shouldn't have been a penalty. And if you noticed on Saturday, as soon as any pushing and shoving started in the penalty area, the referee stopped the corners from being taken or the free kicks or whatever, and he got in early, which is annoying because it just slows the game up. Let the corner be taken, and if there's something going on then, make the decision. Don't preempt it just no. I mean, I got to be honest, I thought Saturday's game was very, very poor.
Yeah, it was.
A poor game of football.
Yeah.
And we saw probably 15 minutes of us looking half decent. And that's when we went to 4 at the back.
Yeah, but how are we going to? Sorry, Alan. How are we going to replace Riley McGree when he goes to America? Because we're going to have to get somebody pretty good in to replace him.
Yeah, we'll miss him.
Yeah,
I don't know is the answer. I've been reading his interviews and his remarks, etc., and the way he played on Saturday, I think he doesn't want to go anywhere. He just wants to be here, and he's pulling out all the stops. I thought he was brilliant on Saturday. He stood out in a lot of dross, to be honest, but he stood out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another, can I just say another clean sheet for Sarkic as well?
Yeah.
That's 10 clean sheets, and we're second in the division for clean sheet, which is excellent.
Yeah, 10 clean sheets. Yeah, his stock is rising all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been an excellent.
Okay. A small little announcement from me, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday.
Everybody's frozen except me.
My granddaughter, Lila, absolutely gorgeous little girl, beautiful little girl, went to her first game at St Andrews. She's now officially a Blue Nose.
It's in her blood.
And she loved it. She loved it. And I said to I saw Scott yesterday, and I said to him, "Oh, mate, I'm so sorry. I wish I could have been there." He said, "No, Dad, it was my moment." And do you know what? He was right. He was right, because it is a dad's responsibility to take your child to their first game. Yeah. And if I'd have been there, that would have taken that little bit of shine off for him in his future years. Yeah. I saw her yesterday with the biggest beam of a smile on her face, and I said it was down to her that we won. It was absolutely down to her being there that we won. And she was telling me about all the people jumping up and down and this and that, how loud it was. And they were right up by the Blackpool fans, to be fair. And then at half time, they went in for a drink. And of course, you're all banging on that metal door. And she loved it. She's absolutely a Blue Nose. There you go. We've got another one.
Bless her.
Beautiful.
Bless her.
I think that first time I took my my daughter to her first ever game against Fulham a couple of seasons ago. That feeling, the first time she walked in there, was probably
it's the dad feeling, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the dad feeling. I've done my duty. I've done what I can to continue the legacy of our football club through our generations.
Yeah. She hasn't spoken to me much since, but there you go. Anyway, Darren, welcome to the show, Darren.
Thank you.
So, going back to 1992, then you was at Torquay, am I right? Yeah, and then you obviously get approached to come to us by. Was it back then? Would it have been Terry Cooper speaking directly to you, or did you have an agent, or how did it work?
Yeah, it worked as I think I was at Torquay. We played Blues. I think we knocked you out of the cup 1-0. I think you brought about 6,000 and we had about 1,000. I think.
That's normal.
That's really normal. Yeah, but we beat you 1-0 and Cooper just he said, "Do you like it here?" And I said, "What do you think?" So that was it. Then it was more or less done, really. And I joined. I think it was I think it was beginning of January. I think I joined. I made my debut at Stoke. I think it was away.
How long after that 1-0 defeat was that when you joined?
Within probably 3 weeks, I would have thought. Was it 3-4 weeks?
What was your reception like when you came in?
What the Blues? I don't know really. It was they give me. Obviously, it was a bit different at Stoke. My first home game. I can't remember now. But yeah, it was. They're pretty good with me, to be fair.
You didn't get any stares and glares then?
No.
That's all right then. We're a friendly lot, really.
I did in the changing room, a couple of them, but they soon settled down.
What was the transfer fee, Darren? Can you remember? Did we pay a fee?
I think it was a bit. It was a bit naughty. Because Plymouth Argyle, I left Plymouth Argyle, and they had a sell-on fee with something. I don't know what it was. I think it went to a tribunal or something. It was something. I can't remember what it was because it was all to do with like me leaving Exeter and Torquay. I think Plymouth were moaning that they'd lost out on some big money, because obviously I had a bad injury and they were expecting to recoup quite a bit of money. But I don't know. I obviously off my head I don't know what it was, to be honest. But I was cheap. I was going to swear then, but I was cheap.
You were a regular goal scorer though. All the clubs you played for. I mean, you weren't one of these 12 goals a year man. You were 20 regularly 20 and above, weren't you?
Yeah. I was, but I started off. When I joined Plymouth Argyle, I was playing in midfield, and I even played right back at Leeds once because we got a guy sent off, and I played like right back. We were 10 men, and I played right back then. But I was midfield, and then I went to Exeter, and Terry Cooper joined, and I think we got a guy got injured, and he said, "Do you fancy it?" Because obviously, training and finishing and that, I could score goals. I scored goals. When I was, playing as a youngster, loads of goals from midfield, and never played up front really. It just seemed to click. And when at Exeter, I had a partner called Steve Neville that played for Bristol City, and just seemed to and we scored buckets of goals together, and that was the start of it then. And then obviously just carried on then and just learned my trade and learned off people I played with, and played with some good lads.
Excellent.
Who's the best player you've ever played with in your career, Darren, and against them?
Quick centre halves I never used to like, but one of the best players I probably played with was Danny Murphy at Crewe.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I used to call him Tug from Home and Away. He used to love that. He did. But he was obviously Dario played the youngsters as soon as they were ready, really, or he thought they were ready, and Murph played 16 and a half, and I could always remember him. He he wasn't a shy lad coming forward, like, and he said to me, Daz, he said, I'll play for England one day. And I thought, I think he will, mate. I think he will. And yeah, he hasn't done bad, did he?
I did good. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, centre half, there was a few quick ones. Like Des Walker played against a couple of times, and he was just rapid.
He was a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like the Van Dijk, wasn't he? He's like the Van Dijk guy. You know, you watch that guy now, and I'm a Scouser fan. You know, I'm a Cardiff boy, but I supported Liverpool since John Toshak. John Toshak was a Cardiff player, a Cardiff guy, and I supported him since then. So obviously, I've had some bad times. A lot of my mates are Man United fans, bless them, and they used to give me stick, and now we've turned it around a little bit. So, roles are reversed now. It's nice to see them on a downer at the minute, but they're on their 12th manager in 3 years now, so it should be all right now.
Can I just say on the title of the show, it does say Nico Vassen. I have tried changing it, but it won't let me. So just to confuse everybody.
Nico,
you ever played any goal, Darren?
I don't think I have actually. No.
Fair enough.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a competition coming up a little bit later, ladies and gents, for the shares, and we've also got the England shirt. Tell us all about the England shirt, Christopher, please.
I think Mark should tell you more about that. I think he knows more about it.
Is that because you don't know anything about it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm busy.
Yes, just to remind everybody watching and listening, we've still got the signed Gareth Southgate England shirt from the Euros, which he kindly sent in to us, and it's I believe £1 a ticket.
Yes. So
there's still time. The draws next week.
Monday? It's next Monday. Next Monday. Yeah.
So just urging everyone to get your ticket, and it's a really good souvenir from Euros.
It's a cracking souvenir. Brilliant.
And also next Sunday, the annual money counter will take place on my living room table, ladies and gentlemen. That's out of my fire extinguisher, which is hiding behind my settee at the moment. All our loose change goes in there every single night of the week. All the loose change in your pockets, goes in there, and the odd quid now and again. You know what I mean? We did have to change a little bit, so there's a few notes in there as well. But that will be announced on Sunday night. The cut-off time will be the start of the show on Monday. Okay. Now, I'm hoping, because hundreds of people have a guess on how much money is in it. Now, the rules are this. Number one, you can only have one guess. If I see anybody with two guesses, you will be eliminated. End of. And number two, the time will end at the start of the show. That is exactly 7:30. If you've got a stamp of 7:31 on your guess, it won't count. It's as simple as that. And the third one, and the most important one, is you can guess how much money is on that pile on my living room table, my coffee table. The closest to the actual amount without going over, and we did have somebody go over by 6p the other year. Remember last year, 6p, and I think there was 500 or 600 quid there. So it was a really good guess, but without going over, the closest person to the actual amount will win a nice little Christmas prize.
We've got some nice comments coming in the chat box for you, Darren. Jason Hughes, where's it gone? Sorry, watch Darren at Blues and latterly at Weymouth, where he had a great record of something like 36 goals in 87 matches. Was you there with your brother at
yeah, someone said about I played fullback years ago with Plymouth, and my brother was a fullback, and he came to Weymouth. Well, it's my last year and a half, 2 years. Scored a few goals there.
Okay, cool. So what else we got? So let's have a look. Also Jason McDonough's asking, what's Darren's best advice he was given during his playing days, and what advice would you give? What advice would he give the younger generation today?
just believe in yourself. You know, you know what you can do, and just don't take no for an answer. Like, because there's a lot of it about, and it is hard now. It was hard in those days. Like, you know, I was, you know, when I joined Plymouth as apprentice, there was 12 lads, and I was the only one taken on as a pro. Like, so, and those lads have gone on and played, you know, semi-pro football, but it is really hard to be. You've just got to, you know, work hard and believe in yourself, really.
And what was the best advice you were given, would you say, in your playing career?
Just to work hard and work on your game. A couple of senior pros, the lad that come down to Plymouth, it was an Exeter legend. He played for Blackpool as Tony Kello, who died a couple of years ago. He was a good goal scoring forward, and he made me, you know, work on my both feet, you know, because you see a lot of players just one left-footed or right-footed only, and there's a lot of players playing in the Premier League can't kick with both feet, and that was a thing I could score with both feet, really. So I learned that, and I appreciated that. You know, you learn off, you know, the senior pros, really.
That was the thing with me, Darren, is that I was an absolutely left-footed player, right, during my career, but my left foot was actually attached to my right leg.
Jane Goss just said, I remember Darren scoring a cracking header against Luton and Steve Claridge scoring a penalty for Luton. Remember anything about that?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. It was at Luton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah. And you got any funny stories you can tell us about? Any pranks, or obviously being the main sort of culprit?
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, we have children listening, ladies and gents.
I can't remember many, really. But no, we had a funny. There was a funny story. When we got promotion with Blues, the chairman said we could go away, so we ended up going to Tenerife, and we had a little physio, Paul Heath, his name is. Well, I think he's still around, Paul, bless him. And we all got to Tenerife, you know, all climatised in the rooms and, you know, everything. And said, "Where's Paul?" "Oh, he's he won't come out in the sun." I said, "Sorry?" I said, "We're in Tenerife. It's like in June. It's like 35 degrees. Oh no, he won't come out in the day. It's too hot." I went, "All right." And he said he'll just leave bottles outside. I'm thinking, what do you mean leave bottles outside? And after our night out, we come back and there was 2 bottles of brandy, empty bottles of brandy outside. So Paul had been in all day, and that was his little thing that, you know, he'd had a good day in, like, really.
Breakfast, dinner and tea.
He was white as a ghost. He'd come out in the evening, though. He was buzzing in the evening, but I think he was half-bladdered at the time. But, yeah, good old guy he was, Paul, a lovely little chap. And, yeah, I think he's still around.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, anyway.
Yeah.
Good.
What was that promotion like, though? I mean, like, you know what? We're a mad bunch of supporters. We're loud, we're leery. We don't hold back much.
It was a damp. Yeah, it was a bit of a damp squib, because we should have won it, really. Should have won the title, really, and then we just threw games away. I think we knew we were going to get promoted, and I think we just took our foot off the gas, and we're a bit. Yes, and the fans were brilliant, like, you know, and they followed us everywhere. But I can remember the last few games, I'm thinking, are we really this bad? You know, we were losing.
Was Wigan one of the last few games?
Yeah.
Wigan away right now.
Oh.
I'll tell you about that.
And
right.
Stockport, I think.
I know I've said this before on the show, but there was a badge seller outside, right? And we needed to win that game to get promotion, I think. Yeah, and it was hacking down the rain. Absolutely hacking down the rain, and there's a badge seller outside, and I've got a badge. It's on my board in my museum, right? which says Birmingham City Division 3 champions, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1992, 91, 92, something like that. I can't remember. And because we drew at Wigan, we didn't win the title.
91.
And I know there was probably people here listening that were at that game. And I was at that game, and I've got a white Montego at the time, all nice interior and this, that, and the other. Well, lo and behold, we decided to do the conga all around the pitch, yeah, and then go up to the top of the that grass bank that was there, and just slide down it in the mud with all our clothes on. You, well, we wouldn't take our clothes off, obviously, but when I got back to the car, I thought, "Oh God, it's Works car as well. I'm just gonna have to do this." And I've never seen a filthier interior of a car in all my life. It was absolutely mud. It was just mud from top to bottom. And I walked in the house covered in mud. The fronts of my trousers, the backs of my trousers, my face, my hair, everything. And I think the ex-missus looked at me and says, "Oh, you had a good time then."
Somebody just said, "Oh no, not the Wigan story again."
The Wigan story again. Yay!
We had a good question coming from Craig as well, actually. So we have heard that Terry Cooper was a bit of a workhorse and was fitness mad. What was the worst thing he got you doing?
Running.
Yeah.
Well, Coops was like old school. He was like, with the different managers, he liked to keep you fit, and he liked to run, and he was a long distance, and we all hated that, but you had to do it. It was old school training, really. Nowadays, it's like short, sharp stuff, bleep tests and a bit more advanced now, but with Coops, I always remember when we was at Exeter as well, he used to take you down the, sand dunes round the, Exmouth beach and all that. It's just like the old school. We used to go for long runs with Coops, even with Blues, and you see Ian Atkin looking at us and saying, "Oh, well, that's what he wants us to do," But it was old school, running really,
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what was he like? What was he like as a bloke?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Coops was brilliant. Yeah. His man management, he was like one of the boys, but you still, he was the gaffer, and that was it. You knew, because some of them thought they could, get past him a bit, but he was switched on, no one took the mickey, obviously. He played for England. The guy knew what he was on about, really. You know what I mean? He was, in the lead, in a brilliant lead side, and
Oh yeah, the classic lead side, wasn't it? Really,
That doesn't make great managers, but if you have a look at his history, he's done really well at Bristol City, done well at Exeter, the club. He got players in from nowhere, and they've done really well, and obviously got promotion at Birmingham. So he done well in his career.
A gentleman as well, an absolute gentleman as well.
Definitely, yeah. Really nice bloke.
I had the privilege when Birmingham City played Rochester, which is a village close to here, to buy that Manor Point.
Yeah, he was a good guy, and bless his soul. Obviously, he haven't passed too long ago, and always, when you think about the teams you played with, and obviously you think of Coops, and great manager. He's one of my better managers, to be fair.
Ian wants to know, why is it you scored loads for Exeter and not for other teams? Blues 6 in 36.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Probably because I wasn't playing. I don't know. I wouldn't say I missed many chances, to be honest. I don't think we had this many chances. But if you look at the teams I play with, like Cleggy was scoring a lot of goals,
Yeah.
Simon Sturridge was there. Sturridge didn't score many. He didn't score many in training, bless him. But he had Louis as well. Louis would always turn up with a few. Ian Rogerson. We had people scoring from all over. If you have a look at when we won the promotion, I would have probably thought 8 or 9 players scored regularly in that team.
Yeah. We got a message from Ian Clarkson, just a top funny bloke. I remember we played Millwall away, and 606 had just started on Radio 5. We drew 0-0. 1992, and as we were on the coach, Danny Baker was saying, dreadful game, and Mark Sale was one of the worst players I've seen, or words to that effect. Quick as flash, does say, Saley, ring him up and tell him that was one of your better games. probably the best finisher I've played. Probably the best finisher I've played with, and that includes the likes of Mark Steen and Mike Sheeran. So that's a compliment, yeah.
That's a great compliment.
Yeah, thanks, Dodge. No,
that was Clarkey.
Good luck. Oh, Clarkey, was it? Ian, yeah. Clarkey's he's my he was down as right back in my team anyway, and I think you'll be talking about that later. But yeah. You knew what Clarkey was about. You know, he Mr. 100%, and wherever he was, whatever team he played for. Obviously, when I was at Blues with him, and he was spot on and a lovely lad, and still is. We keep in contact, and he's a
hang on. You sent us the list over early. He weren't on it then.
He is now. What did I put? Ian Atkins, did I? Acker was probably quicker than Ian, but good lad, and a very good player, good professional.
Yeah.
Are you still in touch with any of them lot, Darren?
I keep in touch with Clarkey. He's promised me, I'm invited up. I haven't been up yet, but I said I want to give him a golf at the Belfry as well. So he's trying to arrange all that. But I want to come up because I haven't, apart from playing, I might have played there with a couple of teams, but I can't remember. But I haven't been back since obviously I left, really. So I want to come up, and obviously I think Franey's about. I think Acco's. Ian Atkins is around still, and there's a couple of lads, younger lads that we, obviously Graham Potter was there as well. Potts was there, and we won't be able to see him because he'd probably be at a game or two. But yeah, we're going to try and get a group. Obviously, I see John Gale. I used to see John Gale because he used to live down in Torquay near me, so I used to see Bobler a bit, but I haven't seen him for a few years now. I don't know whether he's gone to Jamaica or somewhere. I'm not sure.
Best goal I ever saw at Wembley, ever.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, best goal I ever saw at Wembley. Never seen one like it in any competition.
I've got to say, that's a tough one for me. That is a tough one for me because Gazza's against Scotland was unreal as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great goal.
That was one of the best goals.
Would you believe that I saw John Gale and Gazza on the same pitch once at Scunthorpe?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
It was and it was a pre-season friendly between Scunthorpe and I suppose it was Newcastle. No, it couldn't have been.
Who else was it?
Middlesbrough it was. And I said to the chap next to me, I said, "There's two blokes out there who've scored the best goals ever seen at Wembley." He said, "Well, who's Gazza's one? Who's the other?" And I said, that big guy up front. I said he scored a wonder goal.
And that's the problem, though, isn't it, Alan? Because it was Birmingham City, and we were like, not in the Premier League or whatever. That goal's kind of been brushed under the carpet a little bit, hasn't
Absolutely.
it? But it was one hell of an overhead kick, and it was just one of the best moments of my football life. End of.
His first
goal.
Gailey
tried that in training. Every week. It never worked, but
I was going to say. Go on, Nick. I was just going to say.
No, you're right, Paul.
His first goal was good as well, wasn't it?
All the goals were good. Yeah, all the goals were good. Yeah, but
John Rice was quality. Yeah, both goals were quality.
Yeah, that's it.
Genuinely privileged to be at that game. Really am. Yeah, promise you. Yeah,
I was there as well. Yeah,
we've had some highs. We've had some lows, and we said last week we've been beaten by Kidderminster Harriers in the Cup. We've been beaten by Torquay in the Cup. We didn't quite get that promotion that we wanted as champions, even though, but then we've had some amazing times. And I just love the Blues. I love the Blues.
Yeah, it's. If I had to choose one between Gazza and John Gale, let's put it out there. Gazza's goal or John Gale's goal?
Oh! No.
You're talking to Birmingham City fans here, Paul, don't forget.
We're England fans as well, aren't we? Anyway, Dom Cavanagh's got a great question here. What's Darren's view about today's version of football compared with the game you played in?
Well, it's totally different, isn't it? It's sometimes I really want to switch it off and go and watch rugby or something like that. It's that bad. But I see like foreign players coming over now and earning absolute fortunes and not wanting to play for the team and not wanting to run and that. And I just, for me, I just wanted to play football. I wasn't worried that, I didn't play for the biggest clubs. We all wanted to earn nice money, but in those days we didn't earn the big bucks, hence why I'm working now. But you just wanted to play, but these guys are happy to sit on the bench and earn their bloody fortune. So
millions,
earn their millions. And I just, it's a short career and it soon goes. And you realise when it's too late then. And it's quite frustrating. And like I say, learning that, players with 1 foot, not learning, when the ball comes to them and they're right-footed and it comes to the left and they're just, a missed kick, it's quite embarrassing. They're earning, absolute millions. It's crazy.
Yeah, especially players who haven't even made a first-team appearance yet as well, and they're like rolling up in Bentleys, aren't they, in the training ground? And So
it's not jealousy on my part. I played my games, and I had my time, and it was. You all wish it was like 20 years later on, but I'm happy with what I done. I wish I'd ducked out of the way before I got injured, but those things you just come through your mind. But you just want to be playing, And I just think you're happy to sit on the bench and earn your millions, but surely you're better off going somewhere and playing, to be honest.
Yeah, you get right.
It's a very short career.
Must have been an absolutely horrendous time. But talk us through that injury, how it came about, and your rehabilitation.
I always remember actually that Richard Dryden was involved in it as well. He didn't kick me, but the ball was played over, and I ran through. And I seen the goalie coming out, and I lobbed him. And the next thing I know, I just heard a bang, and I was on the floor. I looked up. I was more worried about if I'd scored. And what annoyed me was I hit the crossbar, bounced down, and Richard Dryden headed it in. And then I could see him running around with his arms in the air. I was thinking, you swine, and or to that effect. And I was more worried that I didn't score, really. But, I realised there was something not right. And I snapped my cruciate ligament. And that was all, really. It was just a clean snap. And until I'd seen photos of what happened, I couldn't tell you, really. But it was... I don't know whether he played for the Blues. Was Tony Godwin play for the Blues? He did, didn't he?
Yes, he did for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he was playing for Peterborough at the time. And, he just caught me and bent my leg the other way, and just heard a bang, and that was it, really. I couldn't remember anything then. I went to see a chap called Tubbs in Birmingham, and he told me I'd never play again, which was quite, frightening at 21, saying your career's over. And then Terry Cooper said, no, we'll get a second opinion. And I found a guy called Dandy, who later on done Alan Shearer's knee, to name a few. And he said, 6 months from the op, I'll get you playing. And 6 months from that op, I played and scored 2 against Preston at home. So, he was pretty remarkable guy, really. My brother.
Okay, so let's go to your Preston game then, where you scored 2. Were you kind of because I've had major leg injuries myself, yeah? Were you kind of a little bit, I'm going to stand off this, so I can't go in for that one, or will you just go, I'm going for it?
I went for it, and it was funny. There was I had to have a block tackle, and he was in front of the dugout. I always remember it, and it was like a 50-50, and I'd done so much work. I went to Lilleshall and done the rehab, I was stronger than ever, and I think I lost half a yard of pace, which you do. I think if you have a look at Van Dijk now, even though he is still a portion, he'll have lost a little, probably half a yard. You lose a bit, with that injury.
I was more like a Citroen Diane.
And Coops just shouted up, "You're right, all right." I said, "Yeah, fine, Coops, get back down." And I just carried on really, and because I'd been frustrated. I was out for a year in total, because I was faffing about trying to play without having the knee done and everything. I wish I'd just got the ops done straight away. It'd have been probably 3 months earlier, but yeah. So it wasn't too bad.
And when the time comes for the sort of career to finish, how did that happen? How did you take it?
I was a former Blues player, Noel Blake. I was at Exeter, and I think I was the biggest earner there, which wasn't a lot really, but it was decent money in those days, I suppose. But he had a budget, he was struggling with it, and he just said, "I'm going to have to let you go," and it wasn't no hard feeling. I said, "No problem, Blakey, they owed me a testimonial, so I just said, about that. He was like, we'll look after you, that, and he was fine. Blakey was, I got on well with Blakey, so it wasn't like any malice in it. It was just like, your time's come. And I had a few offers to go and play abroad, and my family was settled in Devon, and I didn't want to move anymore. I'd done enough, really.
But I mean, like Real Madrid and Juventus, I mean, who are they? You know what I mean?
I just didn't like it. I thought the weather was, dodgy over there, really.
Got some good comments coming in from Paul Tate and John Frey.
Johnny Free, take your on, hello.
So Tatey said he was a very good player and a good laugh in and around the dressing room. That's off Tatey, yeah. And then John Frey
paid him.
And Friday said, "Great lad, Daz, very funny, never shut up."
No, you're not wrong. No, I've mellowed now. If I have a couple of shandies, I'm all right. But now, as I say, good group of lads, really good. We always used to have nights out. Always have a balty after a game or something, which was quite good. And my wife's born and raised in Devon, and I used to take her around to the when we lived in Droitwich, so we used to drive through Smallheath and everything, and we'd amaze it because obviously Bill India, it's amazing. It's a bit different. So she used to like it, amazed really. But
difference between Devon and Birmingham is we've got electric and everything, haven't we? You know what I mean?
I've got a message here from Ian Rogerson. He says, tell him I'm asking after him. He was the instigator of most of the banter in the dressing room. I loved the Balti and always stunk of garlic after training. He nicknamed me Clifford, a dragon in an advert for mouthwash. One of my many nicknames.
What I suggest is we revisit this show, and pre-record it and do an adult version.
With no audience.
Aired after the watershed.
Nick, we were talking before the show, as my wife brought this in, didn't she?
She did. Now, I'd like you to stretch that out somewhat, Chris.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's got elastic.
This is for fun only. Ellie, who's Chris's lovely wife, has made this for him. It is not a microphone cover.
No, nor a willy warmer.
Nor a willy warmer. No, it has a good use.
There we go.
It has a good use. And we basically want... I genuinely don't know, because Chris was going to tell us before the show started what it was. I said, no, we'll put it out there. Right? What the hell has Chris Browne got in his hand?
It's cold in here as well.
Oh, dear. It's not a nose warmer for Rudolph, is it?
No. It has a good use, put it that way.
Sorry, Nick. Steve Portman saying got face covers for sale if anyone's interested. He thinks a lot of people have threw those in the bin.
That's right. Yeah, they have. I know.
Steve Portman, what a bloke. What an absolute legend. Lovely man. God bless you, Steve, and your family. I do hope you can come over to my party on the 18th of December, Steve. because I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but it's my birthday soon.
Is it? When? What day?
Christmas Day.
Oh, Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Hey, that's
Never had a party.
Same day as
60
Jesus.
on Christmas Day. Me and Jesus and Brian, I tell you what, we're all good friends.
Did you see that I got my DNA results as well this week?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I'm apparently 26% Jewish.
100%.
Where's that
100%. 100%. You never put the heating on in there.
Look at
the
this.
heating is never on in there. 11 years I've known you. I have never been warm once in that studio.
Nah.
And I think you stole the wasabi piece from Lidl.
Give me your money.
Steve Portman again. Is it a hat for your boiled eggs, Chris? That's what Steve Portman's asking.
No, it has got a really good use, honestly.
It's not a warmer for the boil on your bum, is it?
No.
Let's have another look at it, Chris.
Okay, hang on. Let me put the main camera on for everybody else as well. Here we go. It's been knitted. It's got elastic on the inside.
Did Ali come up with the idea?
No, I said, I need this. And she said, I'll knit you one.
Oh, is it a gear stick cover?
He's got it, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah! Get it! Come on, Blues!
How the hell did you get that?
You know what? I was saying, I'm not going to lie.
Because it's freezing. The gear stick's freezing in the morning.
Gear stick cover, you pussy!
I know,
You
yeah.
absolute pussy!
I am, and I
You
know.
old age pensioner!
I know.
You wear driving gloves as well, Chris?
No.
If you wear your gloves, you won't need it, will you?
You
No.
got your Tenderman on.
I can't wear gloves.
You've got gloves on now.
Oh, yeah, not when I'm
need-
driving.
Oh, Ellie, my love, I need a gear stick cover.
That's indoors.
That could be the next competition. Why
Oh, my God.
why are they cut? Them and those aren't.
So it's your right hand that's not. It's because they. Oh.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't.
No.
No.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
I've never seen one of them before in my life.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my God. Oh, my belly's hurting. I promise you.
Oh dear.
Darren, what was your favourite and least favourite away ground to play at?
Favourite. Yes. Let me have a think on that one. I'll come back to you on them.
No problem. No problem.
Probably where I scored the most, I think. Let me have a think.
Not St Andrews, is it?
No, I wish I scored more. To be fair.
No, I'm on about against us though for other teams, like, you know.
Did you score against us, Darren?
I don't know.
No comment.
Yeah, I have no comment.
You're doing a
Probably
no comment
did.
interview.
Steve Portman just said, does Chris Browne know that modern cars have heaters?
Heated gear knob. He wants a heated gear knob for Christmas. I am going to so research that one this week.
Linda Magnus
Can I
said,
congratulate Chris Browne tonight? Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the little black and white squares behind him do no longer look claret and blue. Thank you, Vic. The colour
oh
sort
no,
there.
this is the wrong camera. They do over there, yeah.
Oh.
So the handle on your book, it doesn't hurt your hand when full. That was.
Do you know what? That was one thing I was going to suggest as well. Right, Darren. Chris has actually genuinely got a metal bucket under his chair, under his table. Sorry.
It's plastic.
In case, is it plastic? Is it?
It's plastic. Yeah.
Oh, that won't make so much noise.
I've gone up, market.
In case he needs a wee halfway through the show.
Come on, I'm getting to the.
Oh my God!
Hey, I'm even sounding Jewish now. Hey, come on.
That's like something you'd have in a car with a choke, ain't it, back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me that. I've had a car with a starting handle.
Oh, but you have, yeah.
I had an A40. Boom! Away it went.
Oh,
Saved the
right.
No,
battery.
it did not start first time. You can get lost.
Oh, no.
Because there was a bloke over the road from me when I was a child, and he would be there for 25 minutes cranking that jumping car, making a right noise, and we oh dear, interfering with the TVs. Remember when the cars used to come past, Chris, and the TV would go.
Nick used to be the one who used to have the white flag in front of the car.
Oh, dear. Red flag it was, Chris.
Yeah.
A red flag.
Dave Twine said, got to pick a pocket or two.
Yeah.
Fagin. He actually looks like Fagin, doesn't he?
or steptoe.
Yeah. Harold! You dirty old man.
Harold.
You dirty old man. Funny story. I remember Darren's a late winner versus Grimsby. It was live on Central TV and they kept insisting Darren was offside. My dad was so angry, he phoned up Central and demanded to speak to someone. And they subsequently apologised on the Monday as he was onside. There you go.
Yeah, it was Gary. It was Darren Newbon was.
Great friend Gary Newbon.
And he kept saying to me, "Yeah, but it was offside." I said, "Well, it wasn't. It wasn't offside. It was given. It was a goal."
That was Grimsby away, wasn't it?
No, it was home.
It was at home.
Home. It was it was a Central. Yeah, in the Championship, wasn't it? Oh, yeah.
First game of the season, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't play many more then. I ended up on the crew then, I think. I think they come in pretty soon then, didn't they? The Brady bunch come in then, didn't they? Sullivan and
the Brady bunch.
The Brady.
Actually, Darren, would you have played with Dealey Adebola, the crew?
Yeah. I used to call him Sack. I used to call him
Sack.
Okay, you explain.
It wasn't. I can't explain.
Oh, go on. It's only us. It's only us here. It's only us here.
Yeah.
Probably listening.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Dealey, good lad.
Next time
he'll remember.
I'm going to ask
Yeah,
you.
just say Dad said, "Oh, Sack." Yeah. I used to call him that crew. Yeah, he's a good lad. I seen him in Florida one year when he was playing for Blues. And he'd done really well for you lot. And
I don't remember us ever playing in Florida.
No, we did. No, and I met him, and I think he was with Kevin Francis at the time. I think. Kevin, remember Big Kev? Yeah, he was there, and
he was on a few weeks ago.
Big Kev.
Yeah, Dealey, good lad. That's the reason why I really left crew. I think Darren was desperate for me to stay, and I had like 2 good seasons there. But he was just starting to play Dealey and a couple of other lads, and I wanted to just play really every game. And he knew my predicament, and no, Dealey, good, big strong lad. You couldn't get
Nice
him off
guy
the
as
ball.
well. Lovely guy.
Lovely lad.
Okay,
Lovely lad.
So I'm going to ask you a question. It's not Blues related. It's you related. That crew manager, Grady.
Grady.
I mean, he must have been managing for about 350 years.
Oh yeah.
What was he like as a bloke?
He was the best manager I ever played under.
Really? Why do you think it was?
By a country mile.
Why do you think it was that he never got any further than crew? Because like his youth policy and you know,
he ran the club. He had the club checkbook.
Right.
He'd go out and buy his shopping. He run it. They let him do everything, and that's all he wanted.
He did get a lot of bad press, didn't he? Unfortunately.
I know. Well, I played under him for 2 seasons, and I think when I joined, because the lads I played with were the lads that had been abused. Andy Woodward, I played with there. Stevie Walters, who was a Plymouth lad and come up. And when I look back now, I can remember Andy. He was centre half, lovely lad. but very emotional. He was very highly strung. There was something not right, and it was the same with Stevie Waters. He was a little lad. He played England youth and everything. You know, he went all the way up, and they thought he was going to be another. Well, you know, the Danny Murphy then come along then, and Danny was later on. Danny had, you know, but as far as I, you know, in my heart and my head, Dario didn't know anything about it. I think he would have just sorted it out, to be honest. And I think I might have come across that Barry Burnell, but I can't remember, to be honest. I think he might have come in the dressing room a couple of times, but obviously I can't remember. You know, it was so long ago. But yeah, Dario Gradi, like you say about Coops, who was a very good manager, you know, man management. Dario was totally different. He wasn't very good man management, but he was just total football. You go pre-season and you would just have the ball out first day. They wouldn't, you know. And all the time I'd played football, you were running for a week before you even had a ball. You know, and Dario was just like, we'd do a few 400-metre runs, and if you could do a certain time, he was happy with that, and then he'd just get the balls out. You play the ball with the others. You know, until you'd done a certain time, you would, you know, obviously goalies were struggling anyway. We had a few goalies that were struggling to make that times, but yeah, he was total football, and he was so advanced. I think Dario had gone off and learned, you know, bits from Italians and everything, and he was like way ahead of most coaches I knew anyway, or managers. And
at the end of the day, yes, I know you've got to have your fitness, right, but you're footballers, not runners.
Exactly.
Your trade is being a footballer, which incorporates running, and I get that, and I understand that.
Yeah. But
your trade is kicking that football.
Yeah, it was. And
so why do you think it was that Dario didn't get any higher than he did?
Because he didn't want it. I'm sure.
Really?
I think he was happy where he was.
He was a wealthy man. He used to have what I could gather, he used to have a percentage of the players, you know, if he sold them. I think he had a percentage of, and he was a very wealthy man. He didn't need the money. He had a lovely house, and, you know, he used to, well, I've been there. I didn't stay there, but, you know, he was total football. He used to, when I was there, he had 6 or 7 lads, and he had loads of rooms, and, you know, he would do a big bowls of pasta. I went over there and watched the video, just show you, you know, is there anything you think you could have done better, and, you know, how many managers
which is great. Which is great. But big bowls of pasta are going to cost you £3. Right?
Yeah.
And how do you feel
chicken
about
and everything that?
How do you feel about never been invited to stay over?
I don't think I was good looking enough, to be honest. But no. All joking aside, Darren was never like that, and as far as I know, he didn't know about this guy. I'm sure he didn't at the time, and obviously, you know, got to the club where the club could have done a bit more. And I keep in touch with Andy Woodward now, and I haven't spoke to Steve since I left Crewe, but I would like to keep in touch with Stevie Waters as well, because I'm not sure whether he's still up country now or whether he's moved back to Plymouth, but. Yeah,
if you get in touch again, from every Birmingham City fan up and down this country, give them both our regards.
Yeah. Lovely lads, and obviously what happened to him was
awful,
disgusting, and awful.
Awful.
You wouldn't want that for your sons, put it that way.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. You must have played with Robbie Savage at Crewe as well, I guess, Darren.
Yeah, Lily. Yeah.
Oh, we should have known that when we interviewed him. Lily.
Yeah, Lily. Yeah. Hardest, softest man I've ever met with Lily. Yeah.
You know what? We interviewed him. We interviewed him on here. Well, probably a year ago, maybe now.
A bit longer.
And you know what? Our supporters were ready to rip him. And do right. But by the time 10 minutes into that programme, everybody was going, oh my God, what a bloke. And Paul Devlin, if you're still listening tonight, you did promise to get Robbie Savage on the pitch at Blues at half time. Please Please, let's make sure that absolutely happens, because there's nothing worse than a false promise. I'm not saying it was a false promise, but what I'm saying is, let's get the man back on the pitch, because the Birmingham City fans, after this show, and it was literally only after this show, wow, what a guy, what a man, what a bloke.
What a guy, what a guy.
What was he like back then? What was he like? Was he quite subdued back then, or was he sort of like, would you say he was more outgoing, or what was he like when he was a lot younger?
He was, he was sure of himself, like they are, these youngsters. He come from Man United, and but to be honest, he took the banter well, really. I ripped the Mickey out of him a few times, but no, he's, you know, what he's done is he's done really well. So you can't knock the guy. He played for Wales and that, and he done one for the Blues as well. And
magnificent for us.
You thought, he done,
that Dion Dublin incident for me. That was it. That'll do. Eternally blue.
Actually, Darren. Were you ever tempted to go into coach when your career finished? Were you ever tempted to go into coaching yourself?
I had my coaching badges, to be honest, but where I wanted to live, there weren't many teams. I did apply. It was strange that Noel Blake got the job at Exeter, and I applied for the job, and it was pretty tight, the votes on the directors. They were going to give me a chance, I think, but it wasn't to be, and that was it. So to be honest, I just done kids teams, really. My son was playing at the time, and I just done them, followed them right through to 16 until they found girls and that, and then I thought, I've had enough now. I'm going to have a game. I'm going to have a game of golf now on a Saturday.
Having said that, how incredibly satisfying to coach.
Finding women.
Oh, Mark has to lower the tone.
It was quite funny, actually, because you turn up on a Sunday and there's so and so can't come. He's at his girlfriend's, and he was bladder last night. I said, sorry, he's bladder last night. He was at a party. And you're playing with 9 players, and they just think, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? But we had some good times. We had some good times, and but these days, like you look at the non-league sides now, there ain't many teams about now. The lower leagues. A lot of the kids they ain't bothered about playing. They ain't bothered about playing.
You see, when we was kids, right? How old are you?
55.
55. Really? Well, I'll be 60 Christmas Day. Not that I've ever said a word about it.
No.
So we're kind of the same ilk. It was 2 jumpers Sunday afternoon. All your mates,
exactly.
Right? And you just don't see it now, do you? You don't see kids whacking the jumpers down on the floor and having a game of footy on a Sunday afternoon.
In the street.
You don't see them on the park. You don't see them on the park.
Mom!
Jumpers with goalposts.
Mom! Will you sterilise my keyboard before I touch it?
No, you don't see it.
Well,
you go to the parks these days on a Sunday, and there's very rarely many children playing football now.
No.
Yeah. They're normally on their phones.
Yeah.
On the phones, isn't they, now?
That's right.
We better go on to your 1 to 11, Darren.
Just before that, because we're running out of time.
Crikey!
Oh no, it's mad, isn't it? Shall we? Can I do this quickly? Quickly do this draw. Yep.
Yeah.
Good. This is for.
Actually, should we vote him off and say no for a change?
I might overrule you. So this is for an evening with Barry Fry and Mark Ward.
This is going to be absolutely bruising.
And it's this Friday.
And I couldn't even enter the competition, and I'm gutted.
No. Right then, here we go. A bit of a shake. Here we go.
And the winner is Chris Browne.
And the winner is.
Oh, and Paul Hipkins.
The winner is Emma Humphreys.
Emma Humphreys.
There you go.
Emma's been on the show, if you remember.
Yeah.
Emma's been on the show a long, long time ago.
Yeah. I'm just going to do.
Emma's doing sports journalism, if you remember.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah.
Come on. Why am I being able to remember things mugs.
I don't know. And,
Well done, Emma.
okay, so there's a runner-up as well. Runner-up, Jason McDonough. He's won a
Yeah, he has to sweep the floor afterwards.
he's won a Cop Cup, which is a cup I've made with the old cop on it. There you go.
Oh, superb. Super.
Brilliant.
Actually, Chris.
Well done. Well done.
Chris,
Well done.
Chris.
So,
The
so
mugs. Let's talk about the mugs just for 1 second, Paul. Sorry, matey. We could do something with these mugs. If you send your pictures into Chris Browne, he can create a mug for you.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Throw them up.
How much, Chris? And we'll bung some of it for charity. Cover your costs.
The mugs are £8.
£8. You send your photographs into Chris Browne for £8. He will personalise your mug to you and send it back in an envelope broken.
Exactly. I know I have sent one broken.
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Any photograph you like.
Any photograph,
right?
not necessarily football.
Preferably from the Blues, but not necessarily from the Blues. £8, and Chris will donate some of that dollar to charity. And I'm consciously aware that I've still got over £1,000 here for the PTSD charity, and I'll be in touch with Craig on. I was hoping to come into the studio tonight, but sorry, guys, the weather up here is just too bad, and I'd have brought the envelope over with me. It's sat in my safe at home, and it is safe, but it's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. It's not being put to good use, right? So that'll be that. There you go, an average.
That's a Darran Carter one there. Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Superb.
There we go.
Good.
That sort of thing.
However, I must warn you, ladies and gentlemen, that Chris has got Ellie outside now, actually baking the mugs and creating the mugs. He's built a kiln outside. Right, who's left?
Oh, crikey. Was that?
Somebody's left. Somebody's left the show. Who's left?
Oh, right, okay.
I've got SRB Media with a pair of headphones on it, that's all.
Oh, hang on. Can you hear me? It's me. It's Zoom, I think, playing up. Hang on.
So much better hearing you in senior, mate, believe me.
I'll be back in a bit. Hang on.
Okay.
You carry on without me. Don't worry about that.
Just like Monday Night Football.
Yeah. We'll do the 1 to 11 now. Darren, we asked you to pick your strongest 11, don't we, from the players you played with for us?
Yeah.
We do, yes.
And Paul, after this, can you go straight into the Who?
Yes.
Thank you, buddy.
So so formation.
I played 1-4-3-3.
1-4-3-3. Okay. So 4-3-3 basically. The one's the goalkeeper option.
One's the goalie. Yeah.
Well, it might be, yeah. I was going to play 2 goalies. Because there's 2 lads alike. Yeah.
Okay. Far away.
4-3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goalie Alan Miller.
That's all.
Absolutely, yeah.
Outstanding goalie and a great lad. I lived with him for 3 months in a hotel at the Blues, and we got on really well. But spot on, one of the best goalies I've ever played with, very sad, when he passed this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of the blue, amazing lad, and it's all he missed.
Mm. Yeah,
I remember the game played at Stoke. If you remember at home when we had a bit of where the ref got pushed or something, and the ref made a meal of it, a bit like the Paolo Di Canio push from that one. It was a bit like that really, and I had a bit of a fallout with Lou Macari about that, but hey ho. But yeah, it was Biggins kicked him, didn't he? He had the ball in his hand, and the ref give it, didn't he? I know Steamy tapped it in. One of them tapped it in.
One of them tapped it in.
Yeah, just tapped it in.
Paul, what's his name? He played for us. Can't remember his surname. Paul. Barry Fry bought him.
Paul Barnes.
Paul Barnes, yes.
Alan. Barry Fry bought 143 guys.
I know.
He liked the name.
Most of them had scored against us.
While they were playing for us.
Yeah. So back 4.
Ian Clarkson.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 every game.
Yeah.
Spot on. lovely guy, but a good player. And he could tackle as well. He was hard as well, hard and fair. Yeah. But yeah, lovely lad. Two centre halves. I put Big Martin Hicks, if you remember him. Yeah, old-fashioned centre half. He'd go through a brick wall. Not the quickest on the turn, QE2 really, but that's why I put the other centre halves, Paul Marden.
Brilliant.
Yeah, good reader of the game, very quick, and not bad on the ball either. So yeah, so Hicksy and Mards, and then my left back was obviously Mr. Reliable John Frayne.
Yeah,
Johnny Frayne.
Johnny, yeah. And then again, 8 out of 10 every week. Steady. Yeah, he would never fall below that.
Tanking it down that wing, weren't he, all the time?
Yeah, he had a good motor. He had a good motor. He did, John, and lovely lad as well. Yeah, but real gentleman.
Yeah, and then the three in the midfield.
Paul Tatey, lovely lad.
Tatey Reebon,
Obviously, he loved the Villa, so
You are fined 10 quid for using that word on this show. End of.
Yeah, he got fined for wearing that T-shirt as well. I think he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He actually didn't. No.
Oh,
Do you know what? He got called into the office on the Monday morning. Sullivan, Brady, and then we're all in the office, and he was cacking himself. He's told us this on the show, right? He was cacking himself, and he went in, sat down, and Sullivan said, "That T-shirt." He says, "I'm no, boss. I'm sorry." Now, apparently, the T-shirt was the last one in the box. He didn't even know that it got that written on it until he picked it up, right? Because everybody got a T-shirt underneath the clothes, right?
Hey, you couldn't read. You couldn't read anyway.
And Sullivan said to him, "Right, that T-shirt." He says, "Yeah, boss, I'm sorry." He said, "Don't be sorry." He said, "We marketed them in the club shop on Monday."
He's still got it. He's still.
He hasn't got it. No, he doesn't know where it is.
No, he has. He's had it reframed. He's had it framed with the newspapers.
I thought you didn't know where it was.
No. It was being framed when we had him on here. He was having it with a company getting it framed, and he had it framed with like the front pages of the newspaper as well. I think it was the Sun or something.
The Daily Mirror or something. Yeah.
Well, it went around,
I can remember. Yeah, I can remember.
I mean, it went around the world, didn't it? It went around. If it had been social media back then, woo!
Yeah. So yeah, Tatey's a great choice up there.
Yeah, and then I'd have Craigie on the left.
Nigel Glegorn.
Nigel Glegorn. Lovely left foot. Great player, and he come in with a lot of goals. Yeah. You know, he had that season. He scored about 20 odd, didn't he? Yeah. Done really well that season.
All at the far post, wasn't it? Always at the far post.
Yeah, weird. Like he just had that knack that time. You know that. He came in with some crucial goals that season. So yeah, Craigie there. And then on the right, I would have put Ian Rogerson.
Brilliant player.
Great cross of a ball, and he was great on the ball. Ball. Didn't like a tackle, but he was Dodge, good lad as well.
And then the front three,
big John Gale, bubbler.
Johnny Gale.
Me and him had a good experience in Italy once. Me and him I think we both got sent off actually. One of those Anglo-Italians, which was quite nice.
Anglo-Italian,
yeah, because the dugouts were warmer than the pitch, so we just sat in the dugout. It was lovely. It was. So, but yeah, John, put himself about, and he could finish as well, like you said, boys. You know, he scored two cracking goals at Wembley, and he was deceiving. A big guy, he had a nice touch. And you had to be about 50 yards away if you wanted to take the mickey out of him, because he was quite quick as well, deceiving with his long legs. But great lad as well, good banter, and he took it well and gave it out as well, which was always good. And then obviously Paul Pesh. I didn't play with him much, Pesh, but he just arrived and come over.
Just arrived.
Yeah, well, he was on trial for a bit, and then he played a couple of games with us, and it was obviously further on in his career. He done really well, but you knew he had something about him, like, you know, hard worker, worked at his game, because he wasn't naturally gifted. He worked hard for his game, to be honest, Ash. And good player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously Louis.
Oh, Louis Dorno. Louis.
Great team, that is.
Yeah, brilliant. And some great memories as well, mate. Memories, you know.
Yeah, what can you say about Louis? You know, lovely guy as well. But what a pace! Yeah. I never
Mr. Fixer. Please get Louis Donovan on the show. Please get Louis Donovan on the show.
We need Louis on.
We do.
It's rapid when he's so fast.
Yeah. But he was good on the ball as well. He was, even with his quickness. I think sometimes he was too quick for his brain, really, because he was just like lightning. He's the quickest player I've ever played with.
He was too quick for supporters, I'll tell you that for nothing. Yeah, he was too quick for us as fans. God, and that was the old cop then, you know, 3,500.
And he used to, when I first played with him, and he knocked it past this one lad once, I thought, you ain't that quick. And all of a sudden, he just caught him up, and I just thought, he's on it. Like, he was amazing, really. He was, you put it behind him, and there wasn't many that could catch him, to be honest.
No.
Amazing.
So he was an outlet, to be honest. Not that the pitches ain't like they are now, like carpets now, but you know, before he could still run on it, and in the olden days, but a lovely lad as well. And you know, the team was, I wouldn't say it was all Coops' picks. I think he obviously was with Lou, Macari, and everyone's, but it was a decent squad. You know, you had some seniors there and some younger ones, and you need that mix, I think, to get, you know, and good banter, and obviously the manager I'd chosen.
Okay, so the last 15 minutes was anything to do with football and a fun fair. Anything to do with football and a fun fair. Chris Browne, can you hear me?
I can.
Finland, 0 point.
Okay, so they got...
Do the who.
Yeah, so what we're doing now, Darren, we're going to play someone speaking that's been in the same squad as you. So yeah, we want to see if you know who it is, and if you think you know who it is, just tell us the first letter of his surname, and we'll see if our viewers can get it. So Chris, can you?
Hang on. Can you give us 5 minutes and I'll get it up? Sorry.
We'll be finished in 5 minutes. Live TV. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen. This is almost an Annika Rice moment. To be
I'll give it such a good build-up as well, didn't I?
Actually, just give us. Actually,
Paul, you could have
give me
stood up and done it. You would
2
have
minutes.
done a better
2
job,
minutes.
Paul, if you'd have stood up and done it, kid. I promise.
Actually, Darren.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Darren, did you keep any mementos from Blue? Did you keep any shirts or anything, or any souvenirs?
I might have a shirt in the attic. I normally keep. Yeah, but having said that, those shirts were vile, weren't they?
Oh my God! Not that thing with the squares.
Yeah, you still got one, Darren. They're worth a fortune now.
Actually, I dug up the tracksuit as well. It was like orange, or yellow, white, and blue, and it was
Influence.
What was the mate? Influence.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It was vile.
Kumar.
It was nice at the time, Mr. Kumar.
No, it was not nice at the time.
I've got the Who ready. Do you want the Who? Should we have the Who? Come on.
The Who.
We've just beat that though, Darren. We've just beat that for worst kit with our new third kit. Our new third kit now is even worse than that one in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who's doing the designs on these things? Why don't you put the designs down to the fans like we did with the ball and the globe back in the 70s with that lovely man who won it, and that has been our emblem ever since. Give the fans more say in what is going on at our club.
Yeah. So Darren, I'm going to play someone speaking now. You've I'm going to say you've played with him because I think you have, but you've definitely been in the same squad if you haven't. And yeah, he used to play for us at the same time as you. So, Chris, far away.
Told me I was good, and everyone was talking about me about it, how good I was, and so that's when I started taking it serious.
And then, obviously, fast forward a couple of years.
that the wrong one?
He's playing for, was it Mog?
I don't know. I played with him.
Anything to do with football and a fun fair. Please make me laugh. Please make me laugh. This is killing me.
We're having technical problems tonight.
We're going to be
It's not technical problems. It's Chris Browne.
It's true. It's true.
He's gone again.
I don't even know that was myself.
No, normally. I think we should have that one.
Oh God, that's made me old.
I know Darren didn't play with him though.
No, I just don't.
I think that was B-Boy the other week, wasn't it? Who
was it?
Yeah, I think it was Curtis Davies who got him in the end, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, where the hell's that?
Okay, I'll leave that with you, Chris. We've got 6 minutes to go on the show.
Go on then. Okay.
Let's do predictions for the weekend.
For Millwall. 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1.
It's away, isn't it?
Away at Millwall, yeah.
2-0 to the Blues. Rowett, isn't it? It's Rowett, isn't it?
Rowett.
Yeah, 2-0.
They cheated us last year.
2-0. Our fans are going to absolutely treat him like we treated him at, was it Derby? Yeah. When we got sent off and he had to walk.
Oh, Stoke, yes. Yeah.
Humiliated. Cheerio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, do you want me to do it? I've got it here now.
Go on then. It might be easier.
Okay, hang on, here you are. Ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paul Hipkiss, the new technical director of the Tilton Talk Show.
Now, fan cam, Chris Browne.
Ready? Right then, Darren, you ready?
Yeah.
Go on.
We were always in the top half of the table. We never worried about anything or who we were playing.
Nah, can't hear it, mate.
Can you not hear it?
Nah.
Always a good game. You scored a hat-trick in headers once against Middlesbrough.
Can't hear it?
No, it's just wobbling, mate.
All right, never mind.
Who was it anyway?
I know who it was. Shall I tell you who it was?
Go on. No. Hang on a bit. I'll have the file in a bit. Do you remember?
Matty, I'm still on the show.
How many seconds?
Glad you're still here,
Hang on. No, hang on. Wait there. No, give us 5 minutes.
Okay.
We've got 4 minutes left of the show.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah. I forget it then. I just tell him.
He's killing me off. I promise you. Any Paul, have a look on the chat box. Anything to do with the punter and football.
I'll go from the start right there. There's quite a few. Ian Dodghamson.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Gary Wheeler. Stephen Dodgham Cars.
Yeah, it should have been Gary Big Wheeler.
Yeah. Stephen Bumper Cars. Walter Matthias. Marco Face Painter.
Sorry, who did the Stephen Bumper Cars? Who did the Stephen Bumper Cars?
That's Jason McDonough.
Jason, that's up there at the moment. You may get beaten, mate.
Jason Hughes. I don't know if I can read that one.
No, don't. There's pensioners listening, Paul. There's pensioners listening.
Louis Donna Walters.
Oh, no. Lame. Sorry.
Very lame.
You could have Walter Pandiani.
Walter Pandiani. Oh, my God. Where did you pick that from?
David
you live in Coventry. You shouldn't be that intelligent.
Then. Quickly. I've got the Who.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're always in the top half of the table, and we never worried about anything or who we were playing. Didn't have any problems with Liverpool, Man United. Would give them always a good game.
Yeah, and you scored a hat-trick of headers once against Middlesbrough, didn't you? And still lost.
Wow. Okay, go on then, Darren. Who is it?
Do you want to play it once more?
Here we go.
Yeah.
We're always in the top half of the table, and we never worried about anything or who we were playing. Didn't have any problems with Liverpool, Man United. Would give them always a good game.
Yeah. And you scored a hat-trick of headers once against Middlesbrough, didn't you? And still lost.
Any ideas?
People have got 2 minutes to get that. 2 minutes.
We could maybe run over by 3 minutes, couldn't we? Because we had a slight glitch.
Is Darren still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for that one.
You lost for that one.
Not Trevor Matthewson, Jason. Jason Hughes, Trevor Matthewson, no.
Not Trevor.
Once more, Chris. Chris?
He's only got one job. One job a week. This is it. He's only got one job.
Oh. You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Once more.
Oh, sorry, I went off. I'm still trying to fix my camera.
I don't know if this is Jason, I don't know if this is Jason Hughes trying to guess the Who or the Fun Fair. Kevin Drinkle.
Yeah. Okay.
Kevin Drinkle.
Yeah. Carl Shutt.
No, it's not Carl Shutt.
No.
No. You want to play it once more, Chris?
Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go.
We're always in the top half of the table, and we never worried about anything. Or who we were playing didn't have any problems with, Liverpool, Man United. We'd give them always a good game.
Yeah. And you scored a hat-trick of headers once against Middlesbrough, didn't you? And still lost.
A hat-trick of headers against Middlesbrough and still lost.
Against Middlesbrough.
Wow. Yeah.
No idea?
No.
I got no idea.
No one's got a Scooby-Doo, have they? No one's got a
Nigel
Scooby-Doo.
Glegor, no.
Oh.
Shall I tell you who it was then?
Go on
Yeah,
then.
go for it.
Shall I give people another couple of minutes or another minute?
No.
Come on, we ain't got time, mate.
Okay. So that was David Speedy.
Oh, right. All right. Okay.
That's strange. I did have an inkling, but I thought, no, that can't be Speeder.
Yeah, like somebody just said.
Dave come on loan, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was on loan. Coop's gone on loan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
John Cunlin has got it right, and so has Dave Twine.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
I'm going to go for Lucas Hukajukovic. Hukajukovic.
Yeah.
No, get lost. The lot of you. I've spent the last 5 minutes thinking.
Right then, it's time to go, Nicholas.
It is. Well, you know what? So glad that we could spend time with you people tonight. Thanks ever so much for listening to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Broad Sports, and the French Polishers, and of course our friends at Garrison Coffee Club. With, of course, Excessive Blues. And you know what? 11 years we've done this, and I've not regretted 1 minute of it. Not ever. And it looks like, COVID's going to come back and bite us in the backside again. But if it does, I can guarantee we will be here every single week. We will be here every single week without fail. Thanks tonight to the one and only Mr. Sheen, Paul Hipkiss.
Good night, all.
Thanks for your input, mate. Nice one, dude. You're a top man. And I'm really gutted you can't come to my birthday party on the 18th of November. Because I've never had a party before. It's my birthday on Christmas. I've never mentioned that before.
Is it?
My good friend Mark Andrew Adams.
Good night, everybody. Have a really good week. Stay safe.
Mate. Take care. You stay safe too. And from right down south, I don't know what he was doing. Was it Scunthorpe? He said he was earlier.
Oh, that was many years ago.
Alan Watton.
Good night, everybody.
Mr. Beard. From myself, good night. God bless. Take care, guys. See you back here next Monday. And from the one and only Mrs. Browne. He's gone again.
Oh, and next week it's Danny Sonner.
Danny Sonner.
It is Danny Sonner, and also the closing date for the England shirt will be next Monday. Okay,
yes,
so
don't forget.
Please, raise as much money as we can for that one. But tonight, the last words on the night belongs to the one and only. I can't remember his name, Chris.
Oh God, it's useless.
What's his name? Help me out.
Brian Robertson.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
The one and only Karen Brady.
Well, yeah.
Darran Rowbotham, thanks for your time.
I
Darren.
know.
Thanks,
Darren,
mate.
thanks ever so much
Excellent.
for giving your time tonight, mate.
Thanks for the time, lad. It's been a long time, and I will make the effort to come up and see you boys.
God bless you, my friend. You'll always be a blue nose, and you'll always be part of my memories, mate. Always.
Keep right on the end of the road, lads.
Look at this. Yeah. I am never without anything to do with Birmingham City Football Club. Not ever. Not one day in my life, mate. And do you know why? Because it's down to people like you. Good night. God bless. Take care.
Cheers, lads.
Be back this one.
Have a good Christmas. Stay safe.